I'm not famous. I'm not. I get recognized maybe once every couple of weeks, wandering around the street like a lost child, and somebody shouts my name from across the subway. Zealand, they say as I pass, recognizing me because of my gleaming forehead that happens to be catching the midday sun in a particularly passionate way. Seductive in a seductive way, and they recognize me, and they shout to me, or they come up and dap me up, and they say sick, and then they just kind of walk away. Although I did get called a TikToker one time. I've still not emotionally recovered from the one time I got called a TikToker. That's a tough way to go. I thought about packing it up right there, but fortunately for all of us, that we push forward. And the reason I'm bringing up the fact that I'm not famous is there's an element to fame that, it seems pretty fun, right? Like, it seems pretty fun. But when you're an athlete, you can't really do it that much, or else you get in trouble. Okay, now I'm going to take all the mystery out of this for you. I'm talking about, like, I don't know, partying like a famous person, going clubbing. I have a natural, healthy fear of clubs. I think that might be because I live in New York, and that a club in New York City, you go, the bouncer gives you the up down about 20 times, even though you're literally friends with somebody that has like everybody on the list in the first place. Because Lord knows it's not me that's figured that out. I mean, I've only done this a handful of times anyways. But the bouncer's looking at it and looks at your friend and is like, "Are you sure?" And you're just sitting there like, and then they let you in. And then you go, you go up to the bar and you say, "I'd like to have a rum and Coke, please," because that's the drink that I'm normally going to get in that situation. Big Coca-Cola guy, all things considered. And then I get the bill for my rum and Coke. $30. $30 for one rum and Coke. Now, no. I also, not only do I not have a button-down leather, that's not leather, is it? It's like leopard print. The button-down shirt or whatever. I don't even own a vacuum to vacuum seal it to myself, right? That seems like a necessary requirement based on the clientele that I'm seeing walking around in those clubs in the first place. But I feel like if I was a professional athlete, I would take some joy out of that. It'd be fun to roll up with the boys after a long season, after a big win or whatever, right? I'm having some orange juice, right? I'm up in the club. I mean, you know me, I got some absolutely nasty dance moves, but I feel like I'd want to sit in one of those like felt booths and have a good time. But if you're a professional athlete, there are certain times, and this is a well-known fact, it's a well-established fact, unless you're Jack Grealish, there are certain times where you are not allowed to get caught doing that. You probably shouldn't be doing it in the first place. You are definitely not allowed to get caught doing it. That brings us to Ecuador, which is probably not exactly where you thought we were headed here, but Ecuador released a statement, specifically its men's national football team, that said the images of events contrary to the values and principles that we, FEF, defend as an institution have been disseminated, with which will be a reason for analysis of future call-ups. That's saucy. I'm assuming the statement is longer than that because, well, it is. That's just all that Warriors of Ecuador has done us the service of translating. They also happen to list a certain collection of players who do not appear to be in this statement, but players Kendry Paez, who I will remind you for the rest of the story is a 16-year-old child, Robert Arboleda, Piero Hincapi, and Gonzalo Plata. Now, these are all national team players for Ecuador. You probably don't know this because I didn't even fucking know it until like 5 minutes ago. But they had they had a friendly against Italy in New York, actually. So they were somewhere. I could probably walk it within a few hours to where they were hanging out. And they were in New York for a friendly against Italy. And the night before, the videos, the images of events contrary to the values and principles that we FEF defend, those images and videos were of the team partying. They went hard the night before a match with Italy. Now, that becomes a really serious problem when it all gets caught on video. And if you're thinking, well, what if they played well? They didn't. They lost 2-0. As Roberto Rojas points out, they lost 2-0, and they were attending an adult nightclub, right? Because he's pointing out that 16-year-old Kendry Paez was attending an adult nightclub. Jiminy Crickets, Batman. It's one thing to go out and get drunk with your teammates. It's another thing to bring a 16-year-old to a strip club. All right, there are levels to infractions. I think bringing 16-year-olds to bringing a 16-year-old to a strip club right now, we've crossed the level from you shouldn't have done that before a match to you shouldn't have done that one at all. I'm just saying. That just seems like if it's a drizzly Tuesday in July and not an international window. Because I guess these guys play all year round anyways, and somebody's like, yo, all of the Ecuadorian national team brought Kendry Paez to a strip club, that would be something that would at least make the rounds and probably get a few people in trouble. Now, granted, what if he wasn't particularly involved? Well, I've got some really unfortunate news. There's a 17-second video that I've found that has been linked to them, and that's a strip club, or at least somebody wearing a copious amount of lace in a public place. Otherwise, that young woman right there. Okay, so look, it's legal. I got no problem with it. 16-year-old. It's a little weird, bro. It's a little weird. I realize that if you're a footballer, you're probably growing up faster than a lot of other people, right? But 16 is 16, right? Unless we're getting funny with the birth certificates again, but I don't think we're in Cameroon right now. Now, there is a video I can show you more of that I think is hilarious, though, because these guys had no idea, right, how bad this would be. We're gonna go back to the other video. This is self-filmed, right? It is one thing if you're Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, and you're trying to use a swing and you freaking backflip out of it, right? And somebody happened to get a video hiding in the bushes, like all those creeps that are paragliding above people's estates to try and get a picture. It is another thing to tell on yourself, right? They snitched on themselves. They broke they broke their own code here. Because this video, right, in the club, right, he's chucking dollar bills and nonsense, right? This is being filmed he's clearly not only aware this is being filmed, he's enjoying the fact that it's being filmed. He's counting them dollar bills, baby. That's what he's doing. He's hanging out, counting the cash. He's making it rain $1 at a time. Ecuadorian or American, don't matter to me. Pretty sure Ecuador actually uses the dollar, which is your weird fun fact of the day, like the U.S. dollar. I have no idea why I know that. I have no idea why they do that, but that is definitely an interesting fact, right? So they're aware of this. And not only are they aware of this, look what they're doing in this club. This is, a bit more of a fully clothed type of operation, it seems, which is hilarious because that means they had multiple pit stops here. This wasn't let's go have some fun for a little while and go home. This was a bender. This was at least a 2-stop on the train. And they got somebody, right? Because I know how this works. I went to TwitchCon in Las Vegas. I watched prohibitively wealthy creators drop stupid cash on these funny boards. And they had no idea how much they were. But you have to buy these things, right? You have to buy them, right? Unless this is something that is comped by the owner of the club, but the vast majority of the time, and especially considering the money available to some of the guys that would be in this club, you have to buy this. And somebody buys it, and it says Ecuador in la casa. That means Ecuador in the house. They're doxing themselves. I can't feel bad for them at all. This is A+ stupidity, right? This is world-class lack of foresight, right? This is elite, sensational inability to consider. This is reaping and then failing to ever consider the possibility that you might be sowing at some point. I got that. I got that the other way around. So this is sowing and never even considering the possibility that reaping is going on. Not to mention you're playing the Italian national team tomorrow. I'll just let this run though. Ecuador in La Casa. There they are. Oh, guess who that is? Doesn't that look like Moises Caicedo to you? I'm pretty sure that's Moises Caicedo. I am 51% sure that's Moises Caicedo. We get a clean picture of his face. He wasn't even named in the damn thing. Bro, it's 110% Moises Caicedo. He's not even named in the thing. Moises Caicedo's out there and getting down. Right? Ecuador's got a generational talent, most expensive Ecuadorian ever. He's Ecuador in the house. Why? Are they singing the anthem? Are they singing the anthem in the club? Is that what is happening right now? They're absolutely singing the anthem. I'm going to look it up right now. I mean, I thought the sign was the funniest part of this. They're singing the Ecuadorian national anthem in a club the night before they play Italy, and they thought nothing was going to happen. The coach and the federation were going to be like, "Oh, sick, dude. It's just a friendly. Hope you had a good time." Go out the night after the match. God, like, well, you're professional. Anything else than what you're doing right now. Dude, that's totally the anthem. It's literally that exact part of the anthem. I found it. Oh, dude. This is the part of the anthem they're singing. Bro, you can't do this. You can't do this. Somebody help these people. Like, you're going to get caught, dude. This isn't, like, I don't know how it goes down in clubs in Ecuador, dude, but, like, you cannot roll up to the club and get a sign that says Ecuador and La Casa and play the Ecuadorian anthem, and you're standing up and popping bottles. Like, you're not going to make it out. You're not going to make it out unscathed. It is Moises Caicedo. Paez. So wait, this tweet actually lists Caicedo. I was having more fun figuring it out, honestly. Hey, man, it was a Saturday in New York City. The Ecuadorian national team wanted to get down. Now the federation's all embarrassed and all upset. A lot of the best players on their national team just, they wanted to go clubbing. This is why we shouldn't play friendlies. These guys just want to relax and go party, and they could not give less of a shit about the fact that they're playing Italy tomorrow. Somebody, like a team driver for the game, had to roll by and wake these guys up, and each one of them was waking up in their own personal Vietnam after 5 bottles and, like, you know, a couple of what are these? They're like flares, like these things. They look like the Roman candles that you used to shoot on the 4th of July. I've never really, what are they, bottle girls? Can I be a bottle guy? Because these people got to be getting, they've got to be getting hella tips. Maybe we'll be able to upgrade the lights in the background. Ecuador, let me know the next time you're in town, dude. We will throw down. After the match, though, I'm not trying to get you in trouble. Okay, that's it. There's your dumb thing that somebody did for the day. And the dumb thing that I did for today was record this entire thing in a hoodie. Because I went from being cold to now I'm sweating. So we're going to go solve that problem. See ya.